Hi, and welcome back to the MattCast podcast, episode 110. I am Matt Elijah, my co-host, Matty J. This week's episode of the MattCast podcast is brought to you by Hart Ventures Electrical Services. Looking for reliable, fast, and honest electrical work you can actually trust? Look no further than Hart Ventures Electrical Services. Whether it's a flickering light, a full panel upgrade, rewiring your dream home, Hart Ventures gets the job done safely, efficiently, and no shortcuts, no surprises.
What really sets Hart Ventures apart is their commitment to the community. He's not some big, out of town chain. He lives here, he works here, and he stands behind every job he does. That means free estimates, clear communication, and service that treats your home like it's his own.
From emergency repairs to energy efficient upgrades, Hart Ventures Electrical Services has you covered 24/7. So next time something sparks, hopefully not literally, give them a call and see why your neighbors keep them on speed dial.
Thanks again, Joe, for sponsoring this episode's week of the MattCast.
I like that one.
I like it too. All right.
Today we
How'd
got
you do that?
so it literally just takes one video.
No, how did you do that?
What?
Change your clothes so fast
I didn't change my.
for the ad. It's okay.
Okay, let's redo that.
No, you're fine. I think we just
I'm just magic, Matt.
Mhm.
I was sitting there so confused. I'm like, what? But
Yeah.
we just did a 999 challenge. We have some softball stuff to talk about. And then we have the draft to talk about and like the draft grades and kind of how like there's been some historic draft grades that were like an F,
Well, I see draft, two-gun shoot,
which I'm
draft
doing.
grades.
Yeah,
So you want to like break it up like
No,
that?
no.
Okay, I didn't
No.
think so. I was like,
It's just how my thought process went.
okay, fair enough.
So like the draft grades, and then I have a 2-gun shooting competition that I'll talk about since it is kind of sports related, but I'm not in the competition bracket.
I have. We were talking to one of our friends. Actually, they watch a stream, Brooke, and she was like, "What even is that?" I was like, "You shoot two guns in a competition." She goes, "Well, yeah, I get that." I was like, "I don't understand the question."
Then what's your point? Like,
Not for your point. What's your question? Like,
yeah,
seems pretty straightforward to me. You shoot
it's pretty
two
simple.
guns.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's hop right into it. So the 999 challenge, Pirates or Reds Pirates. I keep on wanting to say my team first, but
Yeah,
Pirates were home team.
Reds at Pirates.
Yeah, Reds at Pirates. Solid game, and also watching the rest of the series or the last game of the series of that one. Pirates came away with the sweep, which is their first time doing it to the Reds since 2023.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say like 19 something.
Yeah.
Like, damn. But
I'm fairly certain in 2023 there was also a pretty big gap in between, especially since they see each other like what 4 times a year.
probably,
Yeah, since they're divisional rivals.
And that's just regular season.
Yeah.
Not like your two teams are gonna go playoffs anytime soon or in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But
For the Pirates within the last decade or so.
yeah.
But yeah, still it was what was it? 10 walks in total that whole game by the Reds.
I mean, they had the one inning where it was 7 consecutive or something like that.
And they broke an MLB record for most walks by the Brooklyn Dodgers, which, mind you, they have not been the Brooklyn Dodgers since before World War II.
Yeah.
It's just like
it was honestly like a really enjoyable game to watch. Especially with like the 10 walks.
Yeah.
I like that we changed the rules a little bit that we could lead off with our like because honestly, if we had to sit there through that one inning alone,
second inning,
that would have sucked.
Yeah.
But it was nice to be able to go like, all right, I'm just gonna
keep it going a little bit. Yeah. That video should come out to you guys here within the month at least. It's just because it is like 4 hours that he has to edit along with our regular videos.
It is not going to be a 4-hour long video.
No,
I promise you.
But he has to go through all the footage, slip it into funny bits, and then shorten it down to like 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, of our funniest part.
Where I say if there's that much material for 20 or 30 minutes,
there should be.
I held myself to the high standard of not scratching my crotch right after or at any point of the game.
Yeah.
Like, that felt pretty good to not do.
One thing I messed up on right off the rip was when I went to go to the bathroom. I like put my ass right into the camera.
Yeah.
when I was trying to like step over the cords and everything.
I thought you were like purposely like
No,
trying
I
to
was just
throw an
trying
axe.
to like step over the cords, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I should not do that.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, is he trying to like throw hell at us right now?
Saturday morning,
Yeah.
hella ass, sun's still out.
Mm. And day drinking was so nice.
Dude, so nice.
Mm.
And like after that, I cooked up some fried rice and some chicken.
You did tacos.
I had white boy tacos.
Yeah.
Made up some tacos, fried rice and taco meat from the Blackstone.
And then
Played some cornhole.
Yeah, I
boards.
was thinking, yeah. We did cornhole for a little bit.
And then also we played some catch too. I cut my fingernail in half because we used to do drill team in high school where you spin rifles around and everything.
Do you have like a clip that you can send Ryan to add?
I could probably send him something.
There you go.
And we did that competitively, and I still have one of the D-mill rifles that we'd use to spin. And we were, at least I was pretty drunk. I don't know about you.
I had 9 beers, the same amount as you did. So
Probably drunk.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was a little inebriated.
Yeah.
I would not trust myself to drive.
Yeah. But I attempted to throw a triple, and literally like off the rip, I did the marine spin.
I don't even, if you remember what I was doing, I was literally just hucking it. I wasn't even like trying to do like calculated spins.
Yeah.
I was just throwing it to see like how many times I could see it spin. And yeah, your fucking trigger guard smashed my thumb.
My trigger guard split I had to cut it down finally, but split my fingernail in half. And I'm just like, that's fun.
Yeah. All that, and then just to go play softball the next day.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I wasn't too bad. And we also went and got some Hertz donuts that same night.
Yeah.
So
played some video games. I won a 3v1 in Black Ops 2.
Let's be honest. Editor Ryan was crap. I think of the 50 kills, I'm pretty sure it was like a 50.
75.
Okay. I think he had like 30 of them.
He had 30 deaths. Yeah.
And then my other teammate was like 23 and 20.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, we got to be a little bit more strategic with this.
And like they were blatantly cheating too.
I was for sure.
He was rolling around with the RPG, and like you were.
No, I wasn't.
Or was that
That was Ryan. I had the shotgun, and then I had the one shot launcher, but not the RPG.
But yeah, I just remember I'd get like 2 kills in a row, and then it'd just be rocket launcher.
Because I think what ended up happening is I would let those two go in there,
like killed,
and then I would just come in and clean up. Yeah. That's all I was doing.
But yeah, it wasn't until about like
you're fucking absolutely. I was gonna say a different word, but taking care of us in fucking gun games.
Yeah,
like I don't think you lost a single round of gun games.
I don't think I lost a single round in general that night. What was it? Oh yeah, it wasn't until about like I got to kill 55 and we were like neck and neck that I'm like, wait, they're screen cheating. Why can't I just screen cheat too? I'm like, why am I even actually just trying to not cheat? But yeah, and that's when I started to pull away towards the end there. But softball, we had one game against, God, I forget who they were.
Was it this last Sunday? That was Pound Town.
Well, on last Thursday, our last men's game, where we dropped a 12 run.
Was that what was the name?
They were a bunch of kids. They were like 21-year-olds. I'll have to look at the schedule on that one. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't remember them. They were having a good time. I didn't really fuck with one of their people on the team.
Catcher.
Yeah, I didn't really fuck with that guy that much. He like kept trying to talk to me, but it was definitely not in like a buddy type of way.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember a ton of stats from that game since that was exactly a week ago, and I think we've had
Bad News Beers.
Yeah,
Bad News Beers.
And that one was a pretty competitive one. We went back and forth until that final inning where we did drop.
It was it was a very defensive throughout the first couple innings. And then where like maybe 2 or 3 runs were scored in total off the rip. And like bats were going too. Like we get runners on, but then they just lock up on defense. It would be the same for us too. Where like they get a runner on second and first, and we lock up and get the outs. Then we had one good inning where we went up. It was like 7-2, and then they just dropped everything on us, and they hit a grand slam. I was damn near tempted to call out, like, let me check that bat, because I had not seen that bat used, and that dude has already hit against me, and he was just plopping it into the outfield barely. And I'm like, all right, let me see that thing. Like, let's see what this is.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because I'm just like, it could have just been,
Just bad hitting.
yeah, bad hitting earlier, and he
don't
finally
need that guy.
Yeah, especially
if it hits you, then that's one thing. Because I think by the rules, if it hits you, they automatically check it. But you don't need to ask for it. But
yeah, I was halfway tempted to, but I didn't want to pull a Jeff and start tweaking out.
And we had that older. He wasn't, I guess, but I never seen him before. But I guess your girlfriend knew him. He was the Latino guy.
Oh, Chachi.
Sure.
Yeah. The umpire.
Yeah.
He was pretty chill. And then we stayed and played another game with the team Turner. We were supposed to play, but it got rained out.
Which I wish because that team was like.
I wish we had played them.
Pretty trash.
Yeah,
we definitely would have.
Their pitcher was not consistent at all. I ended up scoring one of our 2 runs. And my first at bat, like I legged one out to second.
That team that we were playing was pretty good, though.
Yeah, and we'd played them before, I think, because I recognized their one dude in like the green shirt or whatever and the baseball pants.
I don't remember them unless
maybe he played for a co-ed team too, but
their pitcher really threw me off.
Yeah,
because I thought I would have recognized him playing with that goofy ass like turtleneck. It looked like he was wearing dress slacks. Like a button-up shirt, but it wasn't.
He looked like a priest.
Yeah, it was just so weird to see.
Yeah,
I thought some Mormon like Bible study just kind of rolled up on us, and like that was their like
that was their pitcher
Smith or John Joseph or whatever. Joseph Smith. What's Joseph
Smith?
Thank you.
Yeah,
all right,
we were on the right track. But yeah, we scored 2 runs that game against a team who dropped 8 on us, 9 on us.
What are you talking about? But the second team?
Yeah, when we're playing for Turner.
I don't think they scored that many.
They scored a bit on us.
I remember the first couple innings being pretty like that second game was pretty quick. Yeah,
but then after that they really ramped it up. The first few innings were slow too.
But they didn't have
because they had our pitcher walked.
He walked a whole bunch
4 dudes.
Yeah.
He walked a couple runs in.
I don't remember. Well, I guess I was also like in the outfield, which that was my first time like being in the outfield, buddy. Just like honestly, I could totally zone out. And just like I was literally sitting there like, wow, the moon looks so pretty from over here. Like actually, like legitimately, I thought it was one of the lights, and then I was like, oh no, that's the moon, man. That's crazy.
And I was like, you.
Oh, the ball.
No.
The ball. Well, I guess it came to me 2 times as a ground ball, and one as like a pop fly, which I didn't catch. But
he almost had it. He almost caught it on the second. Like it hit off like this part.
I was running, and I had I ran too far because I've been very honest with you can't fucking track a fly ball to save my life, and I overran it. So I went like this to try to like come back and catch it because I just ran by it. And it like popped off the heel of my hand. And then it was like on the second effort with my bare hand.
Yeah, almost caught it. But didn't get it.
No.
I caught one screamer to me at shortstop, which it'd been since I was in the 4th grade since I played shortstop. So it's been a minute.
You did have that one going between your legs.
Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking like, man, I would be nervous if that was because you would have had nothing to protect your boys if you had like one bat off.
And that one just straight up rolled, and like I only put like my pinky part of the glove in the dirt. I didn't put the webbing down.
Yeah,
and that's why I felt it push my glove aside and say, "Nope." Yeah.
From my angle, it just looked like you just weren't there. So
Yeah.
I thought it was just more funny that it just went right between your legs. But
No, it hit my glove and slowed it down. But that's about the two that came to me. But yeah, I mean, my only memorable moment of that second game was stretching out that double. It just because like three of their players collapsed on this little plop of a that I had into like center field, and like no one's covering second.
yeah,
All right, I'm gonna send it, and yeah, I slid underneath the tag, and then I'm so glad the umpire saw it too, because there's been times where those umpires will call that out just because it's close and they're not sure, and I'm like, all right, dog. But
So yeah, we had those two games, and we did 9-9 Saturday. Sunday we had our co-ed game, which we won
9-1.
That was 8-1.
8-1.
Yeah.
Almost had the shutout up until the last inning. They had one of their hitters get on first, and they subbed him out for their fast dude.
Yeah.
And then they had another person.
Which, like, I think at that point, like, they just kind of knew, like, hey, we just gotta. Which, like, let's go from the beginning, because that team, or I guess like the people that they have brought to that team really got under my skin.
Why is that?
Well, so we had our first, like, I was like, what, third?
Yeah.
And so I was up in the first inning, and like all the pitches were just not near me. And like usually I would be nice enough to like give them like a courtesy swing just because it's the first inning, things are getting worked out. But like they're like, oh, he's gonna take that ball. He's gonna take that ball. I was like, okay. So I took the walk. And for the men, or for the co-ed, men go
to second.
Yeah, and then the lady behind them goes boy, girl, girl.
They get to choose if they go to first or if they want to hit.
If they want to bat, yeah. So we did that. We got a couple runs in from there. And then the second time going at the bat, which I believe was the next inning.
Because we were pretty much going through the whole rotation every inning.
Yeah. And then I go up there, I take ball one. They're like, oh, he's going to walk again. He doesn't want to hit. And I was like, cool. And then the next one, I just pimped on the center. And I was so tempted to just start like
talking shit.
But then I was like, you know what? And then I had that like really bad slide, which my knee still kind of is
hurt,
bugging. It didn't hurt. It just feels weird. Like kind of like I jammed it up.
He slid all knees into second.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that it was just I wasn't thinking, and like it was just like, oh, I should slide.
I should get down.
I should get down, and then I did, and I like looked up at the second baseman. I was like, "Are you okay?" They're like, "Are you okay?" Like, I was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
For me, I went 0-1 with 3 at bats because the first one was an error that I hit a piss missile straight to their shortstop who dropped it. I was able to get on second. Second one, I walked. And then third at bat, hit a perfect gap shot out into pretty much center field, but like left field center. And their left field center fieldman made a great play and caught it. And I'm just like, I saw the perfect show up in the bottom of my screen. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to third. And then they caught him like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, I think my last at bat I had a single, so I was 2 for 2.
Yeah. 3 Ks, all foul outs, but
yeah, still counts.
I sent it to my buddy who found out he plays 3 to 5 games a week for softball.
And I
but like he plays in tournaments, anytime there's a slow pitch game, he shows up to it.
Who?
My buddy Angelo from the Army.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not like any of the people that you had sub for this. Okay.
But I told him, 3 Ks from the mound, and he goes like, "Wow, in softball." I'm like,
actually, hold on, we need to backtrack. I just remember this, and I remember it made you a little mad, and like retroactively, I was also thinking that. But when we helped sub out that one team after our game, like they needed 5 guys?
4.
All right, they needed 4 guys.
Actually, no, 5. Yeah, 5.
They didn't have a book. They didn't have bats. Like
they didn't have anything except for a game ball.
Yeah, and it's like if we didn't stick around, like what
would have happened?
They would have had a forfeit. Like they had of the
10 players that you need, they had 5.
Yeah, and none of them owned a bat, so they would have been having to borrow from that other team. So I was just thinking about that, like just as you were talking, and I was thinking, like, man,
oh yeah, in the moment, pretty upset. I'm like, really? Do I have to do everything for you guys?
Yeah.
Like, you have an old dude out here who could perfectly run the book. He doesn't take any of the bases, or like he just plays catcher.
Yeah. Well, I
Like-
think the problem with some of those guys, which is that English was not their first language. So I
Yeah.
don't think they would have been able to like.
Our right fielder did not speak a lick of English.
No.
Yeah, literally, their like
Are you
head
talking,
dude,
are you talking about
Cuba.
Cuba?
Yeah.
Well, did you see he got subbed out?
Yeah,
And I was like, I went out and I was right next to him. I was in right center, and I was like, "Hey, man!" And I was like, "When did you get here?" He was like, "I was always here." I was like, "No, you weren't. You were one big, tall, skinny black guy. Now you are short, fat Latino guy. Like, what happened?" So I was like looking in the infield. I was like, "Did they just sell him out somewhere?" And then that's when I guess he likes to play catcher, and
Yeah.
they moved your brother's buddy
Yeah.
Jason
Yeah,
out next to me, which dude, that guy's just a vibe. Like it was just so fun to like sit out there and just talk
for
shit.
our men's game, homie rolls up at us for last at bat with a cigarette in mouth.
He got on with a single too.
He knocked one in. Just like,
Oh.
and the umpire went up to him and told him, like, hey, technically, I should have called that out because you're not allowed to smoke at the plate. But it was pretty cool to like,
pretty rad.
It was honestly kind of a vibe.
Yeah. So I think he was like, all right, I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Also ripped the cig in the outfield too at one point.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
All right. It's like, let's do this.
Hey man, they can rip beers and they call them soda. Like I
Yeah.
think you can have a cigarette in the outfield.
Yeah. What's wrong with having a beer and a cigarette out in the
Yeah.
field?
It's my fucking day off, damn it. Like let me enjoy this.
But yeah, that shit fucking pissed me off too about that helping out that other team.
Which you didn't mention it, and I like you were talking about it, and I was like, man, I completely forgot about that.
It's one of those things I was mad in the moment, but I'm like, I also understood probably one of their people,
like their main guy,
was missing that day.
But that should be on that guy to
yeah,
kind of like how when Joe is gone,
he pushes it off to someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that co-ed game went really good. We had some really good subs in as well. All around, like we had Nate again for the co-ed team. And he's always solid. He was trying so hard to hit one out to the park. He straight up told me, all I'm trying to do is hit a home run today.
Yeah.
Like it's my only goal.
I like him too. He's really cool.
Even though I'm sitting there like, I mean, you could just get on base and like easily get a double.
No,
like you're good enough.
I think his first at bat he got a triple.
Yeah.
Because he scored me and whoever was on first.
He was really just trying to get a home run the whole time.
When he takes it like a perfect amount serious, because he was shortstop, I remember right. So whenever I was playing third, we were just talking shit. Yeah. Like,
he does the perfect amount of serious with goofiness.
Because like he can play. Like that's not in doubt. But he doesn't if something doesn't go our way, he doesn't like just take it out on the next guy.
Yeah. And he's like more gets upset at himself. Where it's just like I did
even there, I think he's just like gets shit. You know what I mean?
It's slow pitch softball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are we playing today? And do we know their like record or standing or anything?
I don't have access to that stuff yet. But we are playing Patty McGowan's.
Is that like an Irish bar in town?
Probably.
Oh,
yeah, Google that one. But also
Patty or
Padd. Patty.
Oh, Patty. Yeah.
Yeah,
Patty
it's a bar.
Pub and grill. So I'm hoping it's a bunch of drunk dudes.
Well, it's that, or it's like a team that went out to a company to get sponsored.
Yeah, no, we talked about that last episode. They're all the way out in the center.
Huh. Out near where I live?
Yeah. Right next to Wayne's New Sco Barbecue. Okay, here's the VA, the hospital right there.
Oh, yeah, that's like right next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JP.
Oh, you know what? I have seen that bar before, driving down on Center.
I probably have and just not.
It's over near
Paid any attention?
Bull Moose or whatever. Where
No, TJ.
yeah,
R.I.P. Not TJ, but the bar he used to work
the
at.
bar. And that we'll never get to see him again because he's having a second kid.
I mean, he had a second kid.
He has already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this next softball game. I just picked up a new bat. It's
Do you have it here with you?
no, I don't. But it's called like the Battle Axe something, and like the handle has like a little knob like on an axe, right? So if you put your knuckles lined up with that, that's where the sweet spot is on the barrel. Instead of having it like all over, it's just on one side. Um, and I really liked it because Nate, when he showed up, he brought that bat.
Is it a legal bat for our
It is
league?
a legal bat. Yeah,
Okay.
I checked it, or he asked the umpire 1st
Mhm.
and he said, "Yeah, we accept this." I'm like, "All right, sick." So like, I know it's legal for this like rule set that we have. I don't know about the other ones though. Like if there's like 3 or 4 different leagues for slow pitch softball that have different rules. So I'm not 100% certain there. But I picked it up. I hadn't bought myself something in a while since like I bought my hunting rifle. It was the last like big purchase item that I bought for myself.
Mhm.
So
If we had your girlfriend on the show right now, would she agree with that sentence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like Blackstone is for everybody.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the bat is for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
So if anybody's like, "Oh, can I borrow that?" You're gonna
fuck
no.
no.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking with that.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like the last big thing. And then before we get into the draft stuff, 2-gun shoot.
I'm not doing it. So
Oh
you're
yeah, I'm competing in a 2-gun, so AR and pistol or rifle and pistol, I should say, competition. First time ever doing one. I've seen a bunch of the videos of it. Where they have like the dude with the thing. I don't plan on taking first at
yeah.
all. I
Way to have high standards and the expectations.
Well, because I'm going against a bunch of people that have done this multiple times. When I looked at the list, I'm the only new shooter in my bracket. And so like there's different categories, right? There's like 3-gun, whatever. There's military, police, law enforcement, civilian, and whatnot. I chose military because it's what I know. And yeah.
So for the different categories, is it
They have
different
different like
amounts, or-
scenarios and whatnot for each
Gotcha.
situation. Yeah.
Oh.
And then 2-gun practical. And not competition. So they have like in the 2-gun, there's practical and competition segments, and they have different scenarios and grading and like how they rank a miss and whatnot, like points off, points on, whatever. And then you get squatted up with a bunch of other people, but still, like on that whole, out of the 5 squads, I am the only new shooter out of them all. I'm just like sick.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm not going to win this, so I just hope to not come in last. So, but who knows? I think I'm going up against in total about 8 people.
Are you gonna try to record any of it?
I'm going to try. I talked to Coach Joe about bumming his 360 view camera because Baseball Tom told me to ask him about that. And Joe said, like, that it's a bit too expensive for me to just hand it out to everybody. I'm like, no, you're fine. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I had a
just figured I'd
GoPro.
ask. I do have a GoPro. I just don't have anyone to mount it unless if I was to bring out my helmet.
Which
I'm not going to roll up with a Kevlar helmet on
Yeah.
to go shoot a comp. So
You can always just jerry rig.
I was thinking about duct taping it to my kit and just saying, "Yep, good enough."
Yeah.
But I'll get there when yeah. So maybe I'll have something for you guys to report on how I did.
Yeah.
Next week for this because it's this Saturday that I'm shooting.
Yeah. I'm missing my brother's baby shower for this.
Yeah.
You're like, not my kid. Fucking.
I think I bought something off the registry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably here in this house. That's where everything's getting delivered to for some odd reason.
But so one of the big news that's coming out from the NFL this week, or this is most recent, I should say.
Bryce, I wouldn't say that's the biggest news out of the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers is most likely to play with the Steelers. He had a visit this weekend, or last weekend and this weekend. with the Steelers.
I think he just has a visit this coming weekend.
Yeah, this week, upcoming weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, who really would have thunked that he was going to go anywhere else?
I honestly would have just expected like retirement
Yeah.
or
Just retirement.
either that or like just somewhere fine. He's just gonna like throw him a bunch of money for like no reason.
Yeah.
I think the biggest news is the Stephon Diggs case. I don't know if you
Oh, I did read something about it that all the charges were dropped.
did you see any of the clips of his like personal chef on the stand?
No.
Dude, do yourself a favor and watch some of those clips. It is so like you're just sitting there like, all right, like I hate to like say someone's out here just trying to get money, but I think homegirl's just out here trying to get money.
So for the grades, they have the Cleveland Browns with an A because they picked up two offensive tackles, a linebacker, two wide receivers, a safety, a center, and they picked up another QB and two tight ends. So I mean, they filled up a lot of spots that they needed people in to help out their team. So it should potentially help out. According to the NFL or whoever wrote this article, their favorite pick for the Browns is Emmanuel McNeil Warren at safety, and their sleeper is the Taylon Green. The Giants also got rank of A. Their favorite pick is Arvell Reese, and their sleeper is Jack Kelly. The Ravens got an A minus. The Raiders picked up an A minus as well. The New York Jets A minus. Tampa Bay A minus. Cowboys A minus. Jesus Christ, they can't all be A's. The Chiefs A minus. Oh, the Chiefs picked up Garrett Nussmeier in the 7th round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they also picked up Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska.
They also signed a different guy from Nebraska off like just in the practice squad. I can't remember.
Dolphins got an A minus. Jesus Christ. Chargers are our first B plus. So literally 9 teams are ranked A minus, which I don't believe is true. I think they should be a little bit more spread out. If I'm going to be,
Well, how did you rank them?
not that many A's.
Like from who in here would you take away their?
I always take away the Browns A, if I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have not had a good draft class.
They had a Pro Bowl QB last year. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. They had the watch guy.
The Browns are never an A. All right, they're at most a C every year in how they pan out.
You want to go up? Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
I mean, we all know
Maybe
that the
not.
Raiders picked up Fernando Mendoza.
I'm trying to remember which team picked up the big citrus because I remember watching that on draft day. I remember watching it going. Was it Baltimore?
Out of Iowa State.
Yeah, I think it was Baltimore.
No.
It's gonna drive me crazy because I remember watching it on the screen. And my mom was like, "They call him the Big Citrus. Like, what does that even mean?" I was like, "His
last name is Orange.
Yeah,
and he's a big dude.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that hard to comprehend.
Well, then who was the other guy that had like a really cool nickname where it was like
the
the
Don.
the Godfather.
Yeah,
whatever.
the Godfather.
Yeah.
And that was out of Cincinnati, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm curious to see where he went.
Yeah, we could probably look that up.
Carolina had a B plus. Philadelphia had a B plus as well. So did Chicago. The Cardinals just have a straight B. The Titans have a B. Lions as well. Saints also picked up a B. Who did they? I agree with the Saints getting a B on that one.
Who do you like from their draft class?
I like that they picked up wide receivers, defensive tackles, offensive guards, and whatnot. This is where the kick returner, you can just have like a wide receiver or running back fill in as a kick returner. I would not have gotten just a specific kick returner as a pick. That's where I'm sitting there like, could be E plus for me if they picked up another skill position. But he can also work his way into a skill position from there as well. But yeah, they needed weapons and protection for their quarterback last year. That's what I remember them needing most, and they picked up a lot of what they needed. Bengals B, Colts B. I forgot to look for the big citrus.
We can probably just Google it.
No. Oh, there it is. The Vikings. Third round. B minus. They didn't pick up a quarterback.
Don't need one. You got 9.
They traded for someone in free agency, didn't they?
Minnesota?
Yeah. I thought they picked up someone. No, Kirk Cousins went to Raiders. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Which also is wild having Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza. The two frick.
Two whitest guys.
Yeah. I love seeing all the memes of Fernando Mendoza 1 week and
yeah,
he's shooting dice and everything. Washington B minus. I'm just looking to see if anybody got it. Steelers B minus, which I kind of agree with. Just because, I think the Steelers were really waiting for Malachi Lemon for their first round pick, but then he got picked up in the round or two before them, and so they made
he's a weird
panic
guy. Have you seen some of the clips about him? He's a really weird guy.
He is a weird guy, but
talented. But
we picked up Alabama's number 1 receiver as well. What I don't like is picking up Drew Aller. I'm just we don't need another quarterback.
We have times are we gonna play this we're gonna draft a quarterback from Philadelphia or from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it's all gonna be okay.
Yes. It's okay. We picked up a quarterback from Pennsylvania, guys. I'm no, it's not.
To me, it's one of those things that it's weird that it happened twice. Yeah. But
what I really love is that 3rd round pick, the offensive lineman, the redhead from
Iowa.
From Iowa. He was a great offensive guard on the line, and that's what we need is good offensive linemen to protect our now 43-year-old quarterback.
He turns 43 in December.
Soon to be 43-year-old quarterback. But picking up offensive linemen to protect him, I love that choice. And then having different wide receivers to kind of help fill in the gaps of the 4 and the 3, 4, and 5 spots. We don't need another tight end. We have 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's just we don't need 7 now. But yeah, and then filling up. I do like the running back choice as well. He was pretty good at Navy. Helped drag him into. They were almost in the playoffs this year.
Mm-hmm.
So having another good running back. New England has a C plus, but also I'm kind of curious on how much is that due to the New England hate going on right now with all the allegations that are being thrown about. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
Is this just to add on to the fire just because they can? Falcons got a C plus. Did anybody get an F?
I would suspect anybody in the Well, I think the 49ers should have gotten a F. I think the Rams should have gotten an F. I think they're the
They got
lowest
a D.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a lot of positive things to say going into the draft, and I'm hoping that they kind of prove me wrong. But like in our second round, we picked up yet another fucking tight end. Like the Steelers, like how many tight ends do we fucking need?
Yeah.
Like we can only do 13 personnel. Like it's gonna be at a point where it's gonna be fucking like as a four personnel, and all of our skill positions are
Our tight
tight
ends.
ends.
Yeah.
So, and then Ty Simpson, like fuck trying to win now, man.
Mhm.
Like let's just prep for the future of a guy that we don't even know. Like, and we still have fucking Stenson Bennett on the
Yeah.
bench. I don't think we're gonna re-sign Jimmy Garoppolo, which like
I thought Jimmy
cool.
Garoppolo already went off somewhere.
He was talking about retiring,
Okay.
but I think he's still kind of out there. I could be wrong.
You picked up CJ Daniels from Miami, which
Yeah,
honestly, that's a good wide receiver pick right there.
and like that's cool.
I'm surprised he dropped that far into the sixth round.
Yeah, I'm hoping I hope that's what we're looking at for offensive rookie of the year.
Mhm.
Just seeing how Matt Stafford and Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua can kind of like work with this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I wasn't loving a lot
Too
of
thrilled.
things. No.
And the Jaguars got a D plus. Again, like when it comes to the draft grades and whatnot, I think the most famous one was the Seahawks draft pick when they got like Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson, and like the Legion of Boom.
Mm.
They got a F grade that year, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl like 2 seasons later. So it just goes to show that these draft grades do not tell the is all be all about the team. I'm also kind of curious, what is like the greatest blunders? DeMarcus Russell is like one of the biggest draft blunders, which 2007 he was like all-star in college and then shows up to the NFL to the Raiders. Eat allegedly from what I heard is that like he would eat like 6 like Big Macs a day, would not watch film, didn't know the playbook or anything, and just kind of said fuck it whenever he got out to the field. Was left the league shortly afterwards in 2010. I'm trying to find like draft grades.
Are you looking for like where people said that it was an F, but they're actually
Yeah.
like a really good team?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this is probably like not the best way of going about
No.
this.
But I'm curious to see what these people say are like the biggest draft flops. Because Matt Leinart, they said is one of the biggest flops. He went 10th overall in 2006.
Well, he's a Heisman Trophy winner.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's on like all those like Capital One commercials.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's
him.
yeah. But he was a USC guy, if I remember
I
right.
believe so. I guess to wrap up this whole thing, how do you feel about the Rams going into next season?
I'm so I feel like the fan base is pretty divided right now as Rams fans because they're either like, you know, they've always drafted pretty well, yada yada yada, and so I'm kind of hoping that like I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I just think that for our first round pick, we could have done So much better.
Mm-hmm.
And then our second round pick being that tight end, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, like another one where it's just like
He's out of Ohio State.
cool, and like that one I can kind of get because I'm assuming they know Tyler Higbee is not going to be around like too much longer. But I mean, we picked up who's the guy that we picked up from Seattle? I'm trying to remember his fucking name now. Oh, I can't remember his name. And then the cat we got from Oregon, like we have decent tight ends. I don't know if we really need to go out and get one in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I do like getting a tackle, especially like a Midwestern guy.
Yeah. That's where all the best tackles come from.
Yeah, I think so. I think a wide receiver in 6 rounds is pretty good, and then like a defensive tackle in 7. Like those, I'm not mad about. It's really like the first 2 picks.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. I'm very interested to see like because like I'm assuming you saw the different things with like Sean McVay whenever they picked him up and like Tyson's just crying on
Mm-hmm.
the phone and
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, okay, buddy, all right, yeah, we're gonna let you go, all right, bye. Like, and I mean, then he even came out and he's like, oh no, like me and the GM are buddies, and I trust Les Need. But I guess there's also some. I guess I saw like a post where there's like I guess a little bit of like nepotism in that pick where
Mm-hmm.
like Les Need's like brother or something coach Ty. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly
Someone
what it
knew of
was.
Ty Simpson when he's younger.
Not even like when he was younger, but like there's just some sort of connection there. I don't know. Like I honestly didn't pick Tyson since getting drafted in the first round. Like I definitely think you could have sat on him.
Yeah.
And if we would have got him in that like second round, I feel like I would have been a little bit.
Maybe picked up a receiver or something like that,
I
like
mean,
one of those first round
I mean,
receivers. Because
they're
you were picked number
saying
13.
yeah, and they were saying Mikhail Upton. I didn't really think we needed him. I was more hoping, honestly, for Jacob Rodriguez. I just thought, like, just to shore up
Yeah.
the linebacker core just a little bit more. It wouldn't have hurt. But, we'll see.
Yeah. It's one of those things that
Or
like
like a decent running back. I know Connor Williams is not bad. I won't say he's like one of the greats in the league right now. So I don't know. What do you think about the Steelers? I'm not honestly too thrilled about the Rams pick, but I'm hoping that I'll be kind of eating crow here later
so
on.
like the two biggest ones, and I kind of said it earlier, like that kind of rubbed me the wrong way is the round 1 pick and the round 3, our first round 3 pick, the offensive tackle and Drew Aller. It's Steelers fashion to pick up a tackle or something like that, like in the first round.
Mhm.
But also, like someone had said it, like it was a Steelers radio talk show. It was just like this really just seems like a panic pick. Like the person they wanted got picked up just before them. Because
Because
yeah,
yeah, they wanted
and so they're just like, okay, shit. Who should we grab?
who's our next guy on the board?
And it's like, brother, we have 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and like they just went like, this guy, he looks good. All right, cool, send it.
Mhm.
And like, I will never be upset when we pick up offensive linemen, just because they're the core to every offense. And to have like when you have good receivers and running backs and you know an older quarterback or a new and upcoming quarterback, having that protection, that depth in the offensive line is always good.
Mhm.
But just not in the first round.
Here, while you're doing that, I'm
Like,
about ready to piss myself.
and then Drew Aller, like we have enough quarterbacks. We're probably getting Aaron Rodgers back. I'd probably 80% confidence that we're going to get him back. We have Will Howard. We have Mason Rudolph. Like we have 3 quarterbacks. There is no need to pick up Drew Aller. And just like what Matty J had said before, just like another Pennsylvania native quarterback. We've done this route before. Like we don't need to do it again. But all around, I love the picking up offensive linemen and getting a good wide receiver, potentially wide receiver 3 with Jermaine Bernard. Picking up some DBs as well to help kind of our second. We had 3 third-round picks. We picked up another CB out of Georgia who was pretty solid throughout the year. Um, and then Jennings Dunker out of Iowa at offensive guard, that mammoth of a man. But we also just didn't need another tight end either. I'm not super happy, but I'm hopeful because we've had some good picks in the past, but then we've also had a lot fall through the cracks, if that makes sense. Where we pick up like Caleb Johnson, who we picked up from Iowa last year. He had a huge blunder in the game against Seattle that ended up costing us a game. And yeah, I'm fairly certain he's getting cut already because we have Rico Dowdell, Jalen Warren, and then we would have had Caleb Johnson, who has a year in the league already. We don't need to pick up another running back. We just need to develop him. But maybe this guy's just a little bit better. Their sleeper pick for the Steelers is actually that running back.
Yeah, actually, when you get a chance, can you go back and I want to see the sleeper and the favorite
Okay.
pick from the Rams. I didn't even read those.
The favorite is Jermaine Butler for the Steel or Jermaine Bernard from the Steelers, and it's pretty much the same talking points that I had, where really fits in with DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman Jr. And one thing about Jermaine Butler was that he had one dropped pass in 2 seasons at Alabama, and I'm like, that's a pretty solid. Only having one drop pass is pretty good. The favorite for the Rams was Keegan Tross, the offensive tackle.
Okay, yeah.
And then the sleeper is Tim Keenan the third, the nose tackle. Everyone knows about the Rams' pass rushing prowess, but their dynamic front seriously struggled to stop the run at times last season.
That's not entirely true. Like it was a lot better than how it was 2 years ago. Last year it was pretty good, especially when we got Puna Ford up there. Like I think
Keenan can support premier space eater Puna Ford with 327 pounds of rotational run stuffing, which also big old dude, 327. And then in the wake of Rob Havenstein's retirement, former swing tackle Warren McClayton Jr. is now the guy at right tackle, so it made sense to add a bookend with immense experience like Truss, 25-year-old who started 42 games over 7 seasons at 4 different college stops. So he went all over the place. Oh, actually, you know what's one big news we didn't cover? President Trump signed a executive order forcing the NCAA, like, you can only do one transfer in 4 years of college or like in your 5-year stint. So like when you pick,
what is that going to be in
it
effect?
only while for not this year but the year after is when it goes into effect. I'm fairly certain. So we could see an end to the Wild West that is the portal.
I guess get them out while you have them now, buddy.
Yeah. So I really like that though because it kind of adds some like calmness to the chaos that is the NCAA football. What do you think about that?
I mean, if it's true, I think because I get it. Like if it's something academically, but like I think like what is it like? You only get like 2 per career or something like that, or something.
And one transfer.
Like I thought it was just once a year.
Oh, sorry. Currently, right now,
Yeah,
it's once every year.
yeah. So I kind of get that, and I think if you get like the chance to do it like twice, where it's like, all right, like the first time, like you're kind of fed like a whole bunch of bullshit, and now you're in school, and now you're stuck, and you're just
like you're told you're going to at least start a second string,
something of that, that Ray, and then if you go to like in another school and it's just like not a good fit, like grade wise or something like I don't know, but just doing it once and then you're done. Like, do you know the exact executive order number? There you go.
An executive order, urgent national action to save college sports aimed at restricting NCAA transfer portal activity.
What an interesting name.
Yeah.
Urgent national action to save college sports.
And limiting player eligibility. The order dictates the NCAA to implement rules by August 1st, so actually this year, restricting athletes to one transfer without sitting out and 5-year eligibility cap. So athletes can be restricted to one free transfer during their careers, effectively reversing the recent trend of unlimited immediate eligible transfers. The order mandates a 5-year period cap. So, like, let's say you redshirt for your freshman year. Cap for participation in college athletics, aiming to bring stability to roster management. Federal funding risks schools that continue to play athletes who do not meet these new criteria would risk losing federal grants and contracts. Aim of the action, the White House stated that this action is designed to stabilize college sports amidst financial pressures and pay for play concerns, protecting the NCAA oversight of eligibility. Validity concerns legal experts and some state officials.
Wait. So now I think about this. Like you said something, and so it's not like this is a straight up rule per se. It's kind of more of like a guideline that if you don't follow, like you'll just lose your federal funding and grants,
which a lot of these schools
rely on. I get. I think that's a little fucked up for any person that's going to that school that isn't into like football, because if you lose like a grant for archaeology, just because that's something that
off the top of your head.
Sure. No personal relations there. But if that was the case, then like that one person that is like that's all they're going to school for is archaeology, and it just gets kind of like fucked up because some guy transferred away.
Yeah. When he couldn't.
Yeah, or in like that to me seems fucked up. I don't know like how true this Google thing is. I don't really know a whole lot about it, and like I don't know. I guess shouldn't it also be like made by the rule by the NCAA? I get like they're the ones who like aren't doing anything, which I'm feeling is why
it's their lack of attention to this problem that's happening in the NCAA that's forced executive action.
Right. But
because
the NCAA is still like a privatized company.
It is, yes. And like Josh Pate had talked about it too at the end of last season. The way for this to stop is if Congress was to actually enact a law forcing this to stop. And probably because it's getting deadlocked in Congress, if it was ever put into, into action on the floor, which I doubt it. Yeah, it's I like it just for the stability point, but that point you brought up where it's just like they take away grants.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, okay, then maybe because like those grants, the school gets that money, then
unless
divvies
it's
it out to
grants
each
to like their football program, then
I'd understand.
Then I'd be like, okay, that's
or
fine.
like that individual sport, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Or just like their athletic grants or
So
whatever.
because of how much knowledge I really don't have into this subject, but I guess more to come with it.
Well, we'll see how it plays out throughout this year.
And then see by August 1st, which is right around the corner. Speaking of stuff that was right around the corner, Beer Olympics got postponed potentially to
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. Potentially. We got to try to figure some stuff out.
My thought process with that is that everybody's already going to have that weekend off. So
I mean, potentially.
Like, yeah. The majority of people have that weekend off, so it'd be a good way to make sure everybody's.
It's typically like a 3-day weekend. The only thing is like if people actually have like family plans during that,
and that's where kind of
I could imagine your two brothers would have some sort of things going on.
I don't believe so.
You don't think that
we normally don't do anything for Labor Day? So
and actually we didn't get to talk about this. The last show got canceled, but you took your little nephew Camping.
Oh, camping, yeah.
I never really heard anything about this camping trip.
We went out camping,
Yeah.
and then
And I was very interested to see what you did because you told me you were going to
toughen them up.
toughen them up.
So we went out, right?
Uh-huh.
And I realized I couldn't fit everything into my Alice rucksack. So I put it in my Beverly stock bag, right?
When you say fit everything, you mean like tents, sleeping bags?
Yeah, all my shit. And like I was also carrying stuff like cooking stuff for everybody when we got there, right? So I couldn't fit everything, so I had to switch bags. And I said, all right, cool. My nephew can fit everything in this Alice pack. And it's still underneath like 20 pounds.
And how much does he weigh?
About 100.
Okay.
He was able to carry it. I mean, he did a good job.
If you were going to say like 80 pounds, I was going to say,
no,
dude, that is a quarter of his weight.
Yeah. He was able to carry it just fine. I was a bit struggling walking around with 3 gallons worth of water, plus food, plus all the extra like stuff that I brought for everybody else too.
How far were you walking to your campsite?
Oh, it was just over a half mile.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
But I was carrying close to 80, 90 pounds with everything on. And I was just like, oh, shit. Like, my back is on fire right now. But we got to our spot. And then my brother texted me like, hey, watch out for these storms. And I'm like, yeah, I've been keeping an eye out on it. And for a little bit there, we had to pack up and get back in the truck because it looked like the storm was about to hit us. But I said, like, we'll sit here and wait, just see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Because the winds in Nebraska change all the time. And at one point, the storm was heading direct east, and then it shot like straight north. Then it looked like it was going to curve around us, and we're like, all right, cool, we'll be good. We got there. My brother showed up after coaching my niece's soccer game, and then went back out there. We started doing like, my nephew did dig his fighting position. It was like maybe an inch deep, but I said that's good enough for now. And like I wasn't going to force him to dig like the strict 8-inch deep fighting position and everything. Like I just wanted him to get the basic idea of it. Like you need to clear out your space for your sleeping area, and this is why you do it for this reason, right? And he was getting all that knowledge, and then I taught him a little bit of small unit tactics, and he picked it up pretty easily. He was able to regurgitate it back to me.
When you say small unit tactics, what does that mean for a
how
9-year-old?
How you move through the forest and move with a team. It was more or less like I wasn't trying to teach him this is combat, but like this is how you walk through the forest, and these are reasons why, right? And I also taught him like some little tips and tricks too, like because he's bouncing all over the place looking at everything. Like, Grayson, you need to slow down and like we'll look at one thing for you to see everything. And when I showed him that, he was like, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, you'll see every small little squirrel, bird, whatever, fucking around in the forest if you just stare at one spot. And he's just like, wow, that's so that's how you saw it. Like when we were walking up, there were some cars parked over there, and I was like a bit iffy about like, who are these people? Why are they here this early? Like the sun's not even up. And I heard a noise out in the distance, and I saw movement, and I made him stop because I was like, is this someone fucking about, or is this just nature doing its thing? And when I realized it's just deers thinking about, we got up and moved, and I told him like, yeah, I stopped, looked, and listened and smelled. Like I was smelling for people, listening for people, potentially that could do you harm. But yeah, taught him that stuff, and then we were working on land nav, and that's when we looked at the storm again and saw that they had like a potential cyclone happening in Hastings, which was about 25, 30 miles away from us. And I kind of looked at my brother like, we should get out of here. Like, even if this storm misses us, I don't want to run that risk with a tornado that we're within striking distance of this thing. We should just get the fuck out of here. And so we packed up and drove back home, hooked up the steaks that I brought with us on the grill, watched a couple movies. My sister-in-law and my niece and one of my niece's friends, they all had like a girls' night while the guys kind of had a guys' time. And so we just did quote unquote man shit that's child friendly.
Right.
with my nephew, which I also found out my nephew had never seen Lord of the Rings because I pulled out my pipe and he was like, "What's that?" I'm like, "I'm trying to be Gandalf walking through the forest."
Mm,
And he was like, "Who's Gandalf?" I'm like, "Who's Gandalf?"
mm,
He was like, "Have you never been shown Lord of the Rings?" He got so hyped for it, and I kind of told him like, "All right, next time we have like a guys boys night or whatever,
mm,
we watch Lord of the Rings because my niece is still a bit younger, so she might not be able to disconnect the scary parts of Lord of the Rings
mm,
with reality and like what's a TV show."
mm,
So yeah, kind of just have a guys' night with that. So that might be something where I get all the boys too,
mm,
because it's always fun watching like someone's first time seeing a historic or like a classic movie, seeing
mm,
their reactions to something. So yeah, I think that'd be interesting for him.
mm.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how the camping trip went, and we got rained out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Long story short,
Yeah. Well,
you know me, I'm a yapper. This week's episode of the MattCast podcast is brought to you by Hart Ventures Electrical Services. Looking for reliable, fast, and honest electrical work you can actually trust? Look no further than Hart Ventures Electrical Services. Whether it's a flickering light, a full panel upgrade, rewiring your dream home, Hart Ventures gets the job done safely, efficiently, and no shortcuts, no surprises.
what really sets Hart Ventures apart is their commitment to the community. He's not some big, out of town chain. He lives here, he works here, and he stands behind every job he does. That means free estimates, clear communication, and service that treats your home like it's his own.
From emergency repairs to energy efficient upgrades, Hart Ventures Electrical Services has you covered 24/7. So next time something sparks, hopefully not literally, give them a call and see why your neighbors keep them on speed dial.
Thanks again, Joe, for sponsoring this episode's week of the MattCast.
Matt, how'd you change clothes so fast?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining the MattCast podcast. I am Matty Light, joined my co-host Matty J, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.